to your instructor Joe. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your nice questions, comments, sending me donations and booking lessons with me. I really appreciate that. So today we're going to talk about techniques for beginner violinists. Of course, there are numerous, a long list of techniques that one should learn, but I am trying to summarize in a simpler form. If you're wondering about specific books that you could use if you're a beginner violinist, in my teaching studio, those books seem to work very well, which are Savchik Basic Techniques and Savchik Bowing works very beautifully. Schradik for left-hand exercise works very well. Dunis, D-O-U-N-I-S. Dunis it works very well when it comes to elastic, efficient movement of your left hand. And for the bowing, again, the Savchik is one of the good ones. Sometimes you can add a little studies from different study books, even though sometimes I find that those studies tend to be a little too long for beginner violinists, because for most beginner violinists, the muscle hasn't built up yet that strongly to play through. So whichever study book you pick, your focus should not be playing from beginning to the end, but rather understanding what this study is about, what kind of technical issues are they doing, and then just try to do maybe a couple bars at a time, let's say 2-3 bars at a time. So in general, when it comes to beginner violinists, in my opinion, the most important one is master to produce beautiful sound without pressuring the bow. And then also learn to have your left hand position healthy way, meaning without squeezing too much. You should be able to have a little room between your violin and your left hand, and make sure your fingers are lined as a string like that. Not like this is common mistake, but make sure it's turned a bit this way, those fingers are lined as a string. Yeah, and make sure you're not squeezing too much. Leave a little room between your hand and your violin neck. Yeah, so that should be paid attention. And while you're doing that also, it would be good for beginner violinists to train the fingers independency. Of course, this is not just for the beginner violinists, it's for all level violinists, but it would be good for beginner violinists to start training that one. And for that, I come up with my own exercise, because I find it other studies, even though they are many great studies, but I find it a little too long, too complicated, especially for new violinists. So I'm gonna talk a little about that very soon. Okay, now when it comes to nice sound, you might heard about it. So when the bow gets too closer to the bridge, it doesn't sound good. So just try to keep the bow away from the bridge, rather stay near the fingerboard if possible. And since the frog is a little heavy, it's harder to make beautiful sound. Just for now, stay away from there. Use just 2/3 of the upper part. Allow the bow to sit and try to just move sideways, horizontally, not vertically, putting weight. Yeah, so just once bow sit, just draw sideways and allow the violin to sing for you. And also keep in mind, as you get closer to the fingertip, the bow tip, the arm falls a bit. Yeah, that way the bow gets even nice and relaxed. Yeah, you might want to try that one. And when you go up bow, the reverse happens. So elbow stays somewhat low, and as you get higher, it get raised tiny bit, not too much, but tiny bit. Yeah, again. Yeah, that would be very important part for all the beginner violinists to master or start practicing with this. And then once you play a piece, whichever piece you play, when you change string, whatever, try to leave the bow on the string and just do string set like that, so that you develop a good habit. Why can't we just lift up? Because whenever we lift up, we risk our bow being shaky, therefore lose a sound of it. So it is good for beginner violinists to develop habit of leaving the bow on the string. Bow always right on it. Yeah. Then when it comes to left hand position, so of course after you settle your nice healthy position, left hand position, there are other videos, I encourage you to check those out. you have to work on finger independence. As I said earlier, of course, this is not just for the beginner violinist, but it's an important part of it. So pick any string. You could do 0, 1, 0, 2, 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 3, 2, 4, 1, 2, 1, 3, 0. So you could do this one in any string. And then let's say you are having hard time to control the second finger. As you know, second finger sometimes beside the first, beside the first, or beside the third, or beside the first. You're having hard time to do that. Then you will make this exercise once with the second finger beside the first, and second time beside the third. So like this, let's say I'm doing on A string. Then first time you will do with the C natural. Second time you do C sharp, like this. Now you do with C sharp, exact same fingering, but with C sharp. We're also training our hand to be in one position while stretching. Common mistake is we tend to move our whole hand when there is difficult fingering. Make sure you keep in one hand position and just stretch finger as needed, either second or third finger. And you could do with every finger. Let's say you're having hard time to do the pinky. Then you would do once with a pinky, in this case A string E flat, second time E natural, like this. Now this time same thing with E natural. That way you're warming up your hand naturally and also training your specific finger to be a little more independent. Yeah. There's of course a lot more exercise to do. But when you're a beginner violinist, you're nice sounding, and then start training your left fingers, each finger to be a little more independent without moving your whole hand. Would be, in my opinion, one of the important techniques when it comes to beginner violin playing. Yeah, I hope this video was helpful. Thank you for watching. Please remember to subscribe and share my videos. Hope to see you again.